everybody, welcome to my channel. I'm Diane, the X-Razor Stylist. This is Single Lady Buying a House Part 3. I am so excited right now. I am just crazy excited. Well, the last offer I put in on a house, it didn't get accepted. No, it did not. It was the chicken coop house. I did not get accepted in the chicken coop house. By the way, I'm not really a chicken coop person anyway, so it's totally cool with me. And it had a lot of grass to mow. I'm kind of like one of those people that like space, but I like nice space. And I like really safe neighborhoods. So I want a neighborhood that's safe and secure and everything. Well, I was looking at lots of houses. And I'm just like, oh, please, 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 please. I need the right house to come forth. I need this, I need that. So then I'm like, okay, what am I gonna do? What am I gonna do? There are just so many bad houses out there in the market at my price range. And it's just, none of them are like, not to my standards. I mean, they're to my standards, but safety-wise, like the inside of them are just full of lead paint, asbestos, a lot of work, things I physically cannot do. And there's a lot of maintenance and a lot of this and a lot of that. And the houses I do like cost too much and I can't afford them. So they're just out of the question. So I started thinking after I went to this one house. I went to this house and I saw the neighborhood, and I asked my realtor right after I saw that if she could ask the people that turned me down for the tiny house because of an inspection and might needing to do minor repairs, if they could reconsider. So and she said, yes, she will. So she sent that in. I didn't think nothing of it. And I thought, it doesn't hurt to try. It's been like a week, 10 days, something like that. Like almost a few weeks. And the house was still on the market. So I'm looking at this ghetto house, and all the doors are like boarded up next door, and there's panhandlers on the street, and lots of homeless people like around what I was looking at. And then I'm like, this house cost quite a bit for this neighborhood, and it's because of the size of the house. And I'm like, I would rather have the tiny house. And so then I just kept on like praying on it and asking God to do this for me. And then I was looking at other houses, and I sent text messages to my realtor, but my realtor was kind of busy over the holiday weekend. And over the holiday weekend, Memorial Day, my realtor was like not thinking nothing of what the reconsideration, thought it wouldn't even work. And we were planning on meeting up today and looking at another house. And this other house wasn't exactly what I wanted. It had renters in it. Might have a problem getting them out to move in there. And like with the type of loan I'm getting, I need to live in the house, not have renters. So I'm like, well, that probably isn't going to work. And it's almost in the neighborhood I want, but not quite. It was a little bit bigger. I'm like, why can't I get that tiny house? Because that was in the neighborhood, and maybe I could save up and get some loans going later in the future and have an extension put on the house, you know. And I thought I could refinish the basement in that house. All these plans I was thinking about this tiny house. And then I started imaging myself in this house. And then I started experience this. The house hasn't sold yet. I still have an opportunity to get this house if they reconsider. And so at 1 a.m. in the morning, the realtor of the seller sent a text to my realtor at 1 a.m. in the morning. They couldn't sleep. They couldn't get over it. I mean, they just had to do it. So they put that in, and then I called this morning at 8 a.m. and right now she sent over the contract with all the revised dates on it, and they're supposed to sign it, and I'll be under contract once they do this. She's waiting for them to be home like later in the day to have them sign these paper, because they're not internet people, and yeah, that's what I'm waiting on. So now then I have to have these inspections done still. That's the condition of the contract. And also the selling of the house, like with the price and everything like that. Like it has to appraise for this amount or I can get out of it. Things like that. And I guess the owners of the house is going to go in there and do these minor little repairs. And I'm not talking about anything big. I am talking about basically putting a fire alarm in there, making sure an outlet is safe, like things like that. Just little tiny things like safety standards, so that I don't have like a major problem, making sure that these people do this kind of work on houses so they know what they're doing. I want to make sure that an outlet is grounded, things like that, because they did do work on this house. The owners did, and they know how to do that, and I don't know how to do that, and I'm like, want to make sure that that's all right before I get this house. I want to make sure that there's not a major leak in that house. I want to make sure that there's not a bunch of mold in that house, and just infestations and all that, so I looked at this house and I really like it, and I'm very happy, and I like the neighborhood, and it's half the size of where I live now. It's a 2-bedroom. I have a 3-bedroom. I'm in a 1,300 foot square townhouse, but I don't have a yard. I have a garage. I live in a neighborhood that isn't that great, but I live in a city that's nice, but the neighborhood's kind of bad. I've had my doors kicked in a few times. I've had like just all kinds of things happen, like people trying to kick in my doors, all kinds of stuff, trying to break in, like in the middle of the afternoon. This house is in a safe neighborhood. I'm familiar with it. I used to live around there, a few streets down from there. I used to walk my dog all the time there. It's got plenty of squirrels or dogs to chase and all kinds of fun for me to have fun. So yeah, and it's really close to the lake. So it's a lakefront cottage. Yes, it's a lake, not actually on the lakefront, but like pretty close to the lakefront. So I'm calling it my lakefront cottage house. It's my tiny house, and it is a tiny house. It's only 672 square feet. I want to paint it when I get it, and I don't know what I want to paint it, but I'm worried about safety reasons, so I really don't want to paint it black, even though I like black. I might just paint like the trim black and paint the house white, or leave it the gray color it is. Not 100% sure, but I think I might put a purple door on the front. I'm not sure. It might be pink or it might be black. I might be like, okay, that's enough paint, and I'm painting it all black. I don't know, but I'm pretty excited. I could see myself living there. I could see myself refinishing that basement. I have to do so many things just over time, but they don't have to be done right away. But the first thing I'm going to tackle is that kitchen, to have a dishwasher put in there. That'll be my first thing I do. So yeah, but I'll let you know if I'm under contract on my next video. Until next time, like and subscribe. Bye.